Have you ever wondered how such a small fruit could sustain human life for thousands of years? Throughout human history, there have been certain fruits that were not just food. They became cultural symbols, vital sources of survival energy, and even strategic commodities in global trade. From the barren oases of the Middle East, where date palms rose like miracles of life, to the vast vineyards of the Mediterranean, where the sun and wind transformed juicy grapes into a precious natural sweetness, or figs and apricots, which may seem ordinary, but once served as crucial food reserves for ancient civilizations. Every dried fruit is proof of humanity's ingenuity in adapting to nature. At a time when there was no modern preservation technology, sun-drying and dehydration were the key methods to extend the shelf life of food, while also creating unique flavors that are still treasured today. And this is not just a story about agriculture. Behind it lies the journey from farm to table, a story of memory, tradition, and technology. Among countless fruits, 4 stand out as companions of humanity through the centuries. Date palms thrive in hot, dry climates, with plenty of sunlight and very little rainfall, typical conditions found in the Middle East and North Africa. The soil is usually sandy and well-drained. Farmers grow date palms either by planting seeds or separating young shoots from the base of the mother tree. In modern farms, tissue culture techniques are also used for propagation, ensuring high quality and genetic consistency. A date palm typically takes about 4 to 7 years before it begins to bear fruit, and it reaches stable productivity after around 10 years. During this entire growth period, irrigation must be carefully managed. Although the trees are drought tolerant, they still require access to underground water or drip irrigation systems to produce high-quality fruit. Old leaves and excess fruit clusters are pruned so that the tree can concentrate its nutrients on the main crop. Since desert winds do not always guarantee proper pollination, farmers often carry out hand pollination by taking pollen from male trees and dusting it onto female flowers to increase the chances of fruit set. When the fruit begins to ripen, clusters are usually wrapped in mesh bags to protect them from insects and birds, while also reducing fruit loss. A mature date palm can grow as tall as 49 to 66 feet, or about 15 to 20 meters. The ripe fruit grows in large clusters that can weigh between 22 and 44 pounds, or about 10 to 20 kilograms each. Harvest season usually runs from August to October, depending on the local climate. Traditionally, farmers climbed the trunks, cut the heavy fruit clusters, and lowered them with ropes. In modern times, lifting platforms and small cranes are used to ensure safety and boost productivity. Once harvested, dates are sorted immediately at the farm, some for fresh consumption, some for sun-drying, and others of lower quality reserved for industrial processing. Fresh dates have a short shelf life, which is why the majority of the crop is either sun-dried or oven-dried. This method preserves the natural sweetness and allows them to be stored for months. Premium varieties are vacuum-packed or kept in cold storage to maintain their attractive color and prevent spoilage. Dates are not only a food source, but also a cultural symbol. During the holy month of Ramadan, they are the traditional first food eaten at sunset to break the fast, which makes demand surge dramatically. Beyond that, dates are used as ingredients in sweets, syrups, traditional liquors, and energy bars. Economically, Major producers such as Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and Algeria play a central role, supplying millions of tons each year. Egypt leads the world in total production. Saudi Arabia and Iran are famous for their premium varieties, such as Ajwa and Medjool. The main export markets are Europe, India, Pakistan, the United States, and China. The global export value reaches several billion US dollars annually, making a significant contribution to the region's agricultural economy. Thanks to modern logistics and international trade, dates are now available in supermarkets worldwide, standing proudly alongside other popular dried fruits like raisins, dried apricots, and figs. Raisins originated from vineyards around the Mediterranean, where the hot, dry climate and long summers with abundant sunlight created the perfect environment for grapes to be naturally dried after harvest, without the need for preservatives. This was one of the earliest methods of food preservation invented by humans, with a history stretching back thousands of years. The process begins with grape cultivation and care. Grapes are usually grown on trellises, and a single vine can live for decades. Farmers must prune the branches regularly so the plant receives enough sunlight, which helps the fruit ripen evenly. At harvest time, the grape clusters are picked either by hand or with special shears once they reach peak ripeness, when sugar levels are high and the skins are plump. This step is crucial because the quality of the fresh grapes directly determines the quality of the raisins. After harvest, grapes are processed in two main ways. Natural sun drying. Grapes are spread in thin layers on mats or wooden trays and placed outdoors under continuous sunlight. This process usually takes 10 to 20 days, depending on temperature and humidity. During this time, the grapes gradually lose moisture, their skins wrinkle, and they turn a darker shade. This method produces raisins with a deep caramel-like flavor and a slightly tangy note. Industrial drying. To ensure large-scale production and consistent quality, many producers use heated drying chambers or hot air systems. This method takes only a few days and allows better control over moisture and color. The result is raisins with an attractive appearance, less affected by weather, and suitable for mass production. From these two methods, several popular types of raisins are made. Black raisins, dark brown in color, rich in sweetness, commonly used in cooking, baking, or eaten directly. Golden raisins, treated in a sulfur-rich environment or dried under special conditions to retain a bright golden color and a lighter sweetness. Green raisins, typical of Central Asia, long and pale green in appearance, mildly sweet, and often used in traditional cuisine. There are also variations such as seedless raisins or raisins dried in whole clusters, each suited to specific culinary purposes. Because of their long shelf life and versatility, raisins are not only found in cakes and candies, but also serve as ingredients in wine, muesli, salads, and many traditional dishes around the world. From a fresh fruit that spoils quickly, grapes, once dried, are transformed into a product that can be stored for years while still preserving their nutritional value and distinctive flavor. Figs are small in size, slightly round and flattened, with countless tiny seeds inside and a soft, mildly sweet flesh. In their fresh form, figs ripen quickly and spoil easily, which is why people have long sought ways to dry them for longer use. Dried figs have become one of the most popular dried fruits, not only because of their flavor, but also thanks to their richness in fiber, potassium, calcium, and iron. The harvest usually takes place at the end of summer, when the fruit has turned brown or purple, the skin has softened, and small cracks begin to appear. At this point, the figs are at peak ripeness and are carefully picked by hand to avoid bruising. In some regions, farmers spread mats under the trees and collect the ripe fruits as they naturally drop. Once harvested, the figs are dried. The most common method is natural sun drying. The fruit is laid out on bamboo trays or mesh racks and left under continuous sunlight for several days. As the water gradually evaporates, the skin wrinkles and darkens, while the fruit retains its deep sweetness and characteristic aroma. On an industrial scale, figs may be dried in heated chambers, which ensures even moisture levels, reduces weather-related risks, and shortens the drying process. Historically, dried figs were a vital food source for the ancient Romans, prized for their long shelf life and high energy content. They were not only a part of everyday meals, but also served as rations for soldiers during military campaigns. Today, countries such as Turkey, Greece, and Iran are among the largest producers and exporters of dried figs worldwide. The product is widely available in international markets, consumed whole or used as an ingredient in candies, jams, and energy bars. In addition, traditional medicine has long valued dried figs for aiding digestion and replenishing minerals. From such a small fruit, dried figs have accompanied humanity for thousands of years, becoming an essential part of the cuisine and culture of many nations. Apricots originated in Central and Western Asia, where the hot, dry climate with abundant sunlight provided ideal conditions for their growth. Thousands of years ago, local people cultivated apricots and processed them into dried apricots for food storage. Along the Silk Road, dried apricots were one of the most widely traded products, valued both for their long shelf life and for providing abundant energy during long journeys. Today, Turkey is considered the world's largest producer of dried apricots, especially the Malatya region, which has the perfect climate and soil to yield high-quality fruit. The drying process begins with harvesting apricots at peak ripeness, when the skin is plump and golden, and the natural sugar content is high. After being carefully picked, the apricots are sorted, washed, and halved to remove the pits. Then comes the drying stage, which is carried out in two main ways: sulfur treatment to preserve a bright golden color, or natural sun drying and oven drying to produce a darker brown shade. In either case, the fruit is dried until it retains just enough moisture to stay soft, aromatic, and suitable for long-term storage. On the market, dried apricots are usually divided into two main categories. Sulfur-dried apricots maintain their appealing golden color, making them more popular for trade and large-scale food processing. Naturally dried apricots, by contrast, have a darker appearance and a more authentic, naturally sweet flavor, and they are especially favored by consumers who prefer organic or clean-eating lifestyles. There is also a type of whole dried apricot with the pit still inside, mostly sold in traditional markets. The nutritional value of dried apricots is very high. Just 3.5 ounces, or about 100 grams, provide a rich source of vitamin A, which supports vision and healthy skin, iron, which helps prevent anemia, potassium, which regulates blood pressure and protects heart health, and dietary fiber, which promotes digestive efficiency. Dried apricots are also packed with natural antioxidants that help slow down cell aging. For this reason, they are not only a wholesome snack, but also an excellent energy source for athletes, manual laborers, or anyone needing a quick health boost. In cuisine, dried apricots are extremely versatile. They can be eaten as they are, mixed into breakfast cereals, used as pastry fillings, or cooked in stews to add natural sweetness. In the Middle East, dried apricots are also turned into refreshing drinks, especially popular during Ramadan. In traditional medicine, dried apricots are believed to improve blood circulation, calm the nerves, aid digestion, and enhance overall well-being. Today, dried apricots are one of Turkey's key export products, widely available across major markets in Europe, Asia, and North America. More than just a dried fruit, dried apricots represent both ancient trade history and modern nutritional habits, serving as a bridge between tradition and today's healthy lifestyle. Rambutan is a tropical fruit native to Southeast Asia. It originated in the humid rainforests of Malaysia and Indonesia, later spreading to other countries in the region, including Vietnam and Thailand. The rambutan tree belongs to the Sapindaceae family, making it a close relative of the longan and lychee. In terms of appearance, rambutan fruit is round or slightly oval, with a thick skin covered by soft, hair-like spines. When ripe, the skin turns bright red or orange-yellow. Inside, the translucent white flesh is juicy, with a sweet taste balanced by a hint of tartness. The seed has a thin outer shell, and the kernel inside is rich in fat, which can be pressed for oil. Cultivation begins with selecting healthy seedlings and planting them in sandy loam or red basalt soil, both of which provide good drainage. Rambutan thrives in hot, humid climates with temperatures between 72 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 22 to 30 degrees Celsius, and requires abundant rainfall year-round. Farmers typically plant young trees about 26 to 33 feet apart, or about 8 to 10 meters, to allow the canopy to spread. During growth, the trees must be pruned regularly, fertilized with a mix of organic and mineral nutrients, and kept properly irrigated to maintain soil moisture. Rambutan usually flowers in the dry season and bears fruit when the rainy season begins. From flowering to harvest takes about 15 to 16 weeks. Harvesting is done when the fruits are evenly ripe, with skin turning red or golden and spines becoming soft. Farmers cut entire clusters instead of picking individual fruits to prevent damage to the skin and flesh. After harvest, rambutans are sorted by size, color, and quality. To extend shelf life, the fruit is usually chilled immediately and transported under cool conditions. In cuisine, rambutan is most often enjoyed fresh for its refreshing sweetness. It is also processed into jams, juices, and canned products. The seeds, once roasted, are edible and can also be pressed for oil used in the cosmetic industry. In folk medicine, the leaves and bark are sometimes boiled to make remedies for skin ailments. Beyond its nutritional value, rambutan carries cultural significance. In Indonesia, It often appears in traditional dishes and is served to honored guests as a symbol of hospitality and prosperity. In Vietnam, lush rambutan orchards in provinces such as Bến Tre, Vĩnh Long, and Dong Nai are not only important sources of income, but also popular destinations for agro-tourism. Today, rambutan is exported to many countries, particularly in Asia and Europe, helping to strengthen the global presence of Southeast Asian tropical fruits. From the rich sweetness of dried dates, to the tiny, energy-packed raisins, and the figs and apricots that carry thousands of years of cultural heritage, all of them together create a vibrant mosaic of the world's dried produce. These are not just foods, they are the crystallization of nature, the result of tireless human labor and ingenuity. Every dried fruit you enjoy today is a piece of history, of international trade, and of a resilient agricultural journey that has lasted through centuries. It nourishes the body, enriches meals, and connects people across the globe. Now is the time for us to value these gifts even more. Choose clean produce, support sustainable products, and share this knowledge with as many people as possible. If you found this video useful and interesting, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue exploring the wonders of global agriculture together.